have a bunny with the baby. Do it, I think. Love it when I sing. Singing makes you feel like an angel. Alright, guys, today on Turtle Talk 23, we're going to talk about what has came in, or what is coming in. I'm hoping it came in today. I'm going to check. If not today, tomorrow, I'm hoping. If not tomorrow, Friday for sure. Without a doubt, Friday. But hoping to get it in before then. It is Beamer Geeks. I can't even think of how you say it. It's a cable that plugs into your car. This is supposed to be 50% faster than a cable you get off of Amazon. Plugs into your car, then has an adapter for Android, then it plugs into your Android device. And you download MHD Flasher for N54, which is an app. You only can get it on Android or Google Play, basically. And then you go into MHD and you buy a back and flash for JB4. JB4 is the tuner that's already on my car. So the back and flash does is it takes JB4 and makes JB4 even better. Now, also with MHD, you can do boost gauge, you can do all kinds of crap, temp, coolant. It's phenomenal. I can adjust the arms on my turbo, the wastegates, some of that stuff. And there's different settings in MHD. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the E85 map in MHD. Since I run E85, I don't think I'm going to do the race just because I don't feel like going to 22 pounds of boost on my stock turbos. So it'll take me from 18.5 to about 19 pounds of boost on map 7 and about a half pound on everything else, which would give us a few more horses, of course, just that half pound. But it also adjusts timing and fuel to air ratio and stuff like that. So, I'm hoping to get about 30 more horsepower out of this back and flash. Which on these cars, you get more torque than you do power out of them, actual horsepower, which I think is kind of funny, because most cars, unless it's a diesel or a pickup, you get so much more horsepower, like 100 more horsepower to your torque in these sports cars. And for some reason, the BMW, these inline sixes, you're just getting all this torque. Like, they're getting 60, 70, 80 more torque than they are horsepower, which is just phenomenal. So I'm really hoping. And it's looking like it's probably not here. If I had to guess. It's not here. But 30 more horsepower. Hook it up to the car. Download it. You have to buy the back and flash, which is, I think, $79. And then everything else is cheap after that. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to flash your vehicle. You have to put a trickle charger on your battery because it turns the fuel pump on as soon as you plug it in and hit download. And so that's the reason why, because it'll drain your battery. And you want to keep your battery charged, because if you kill the car at all, it could potentially erase it, but you just 3-star. You really don't want to do that. So that's what the MHD flash is. Now, some of you are probably going to tell me the car's bought, not built. Now, I didn't want to build a car. Don't get me wrong, I actually did. I really wanted to, and our original plan was to buy a car and then build it. But when you find a car for less than what you could buy one not built, and that's already built, why spend that extra money and work when you can buy it for less than what it would cost to buy it and build it? And it's already built. And it's probably one of the best if not the cleanest 07 BMW. And I've said that a few times about my truck, probably, and about my dad's truck, but BMWs are hard to come by, especially the 335i from 07 to 010, because it's the N54 motor, which is one of their best motors ever built compared to the 2JZ. It's not, obviously it's not as good as the 2JZ because it can't handle quite as much power, but it's what it's compared to because it is an inline six, it is a turbocharged, and it's a 3-liter. And it can hold about 700 horsepower, the internal scan in it right now. After that, you're getting kind of worried about blowing something up. My next step after MHC Flash is, depending on how I like it, if I like it really well, I may not do much more. But if not, I'm probably going to do the limited slip differential next, just because no matter what, I'm going to want that, I'm going to need that, because my open diff is only giving me a one-wheel spin. So the limited slip differential wave track, I believe, it's really nice, because if you're not really got any power on it, it'll be a one-wheel diff, basically. But as soon as you send a bunch of power and torque through there, it locks them up. So then you have your basically lock differential back there. So you don't have that one wheel spin anymore, which is really sweet on the drag strip, because you really need that grip and the power slide things. It's harder with that one wheel spin. So that'll be the next step, will be the LSD. And then at 120,000 miles, my turbos are due to go out any minute. I'm very afraid of it, because they are stock. Like, they usually go out about between 80 and 100 until they're doing really well for what they are now. The car's got some miles on it, but it's very clean. It was kept in the garage. Very well kept car. I don't want them to go out, but if they do, I'm putting stage 2 hybrids on there by Vargas, stage 2, and those can handle, I want to say, about 600 wheel horsepower is what you can get them to make. And right now I'm making about 420 wheel horsepower, and so if it's 600, I think is what it is, somewhere around there. I don't really plan on ever getting the 600 wheel horsepower. I would like to be about 525, about 100 more wheel horsepower than what I am now. That would knock, I don't know what that'd knock off my time. It would knock off quite a bit. Right now, tires and the limited slip differential is what's hurting me. And then, so LSD, and then I would do stage 2s if the turbos go out. Right now they got a rattle, and I think I can fix it with MHD because I can adjust the wastegate arms. Shotgun high pressure fuel pump. This is shotgun high pressure fuel pump overdrive, I believe, and it allows you to run full E85, no mixes. You can run mixes in it fine, but it allows for you to run it and never have any kind of problems, which is really nice. Because right now I'm able to run 50 just barely because I have a upgraded low pressure fuel pump in the rear, which is allowing me to run such a high percentage of E85, which is sweet. But everything else, the problem is money's not always an issue. Turbos are about $2,000, and it's about $1,000 to have them installed. Because I try to figure out how to do it, and you really need a lift, and you got to take so many parts out to get to them. And if you're not careful on the BMWs, they screw a bunch of crap up. So I'm probably just gonna have it done. And the LSD, I can't really do that because I have to send my diff to a machine shop to be machined so I can get the LSD inside there, or it'll belt together, because mine's welded, and that's going to cost a good. LSD alone's about $1,200, then the machine's about $600 to have machined. So that will be probably the next steps, the LSD, and then eventually turbos and the shotgun fuel pump, either single or double. Double you can make more power with, get more fuel through it. So that's the next steps on the car. Tires, yeah, I didn't really mention that, but tires, I gotta downsize on wheels. If I really wanted to be a full-on dragster, I'd downsize the 15s, and I would basically redo the brake, all that, go down to 328 size brakes there, because the 335s are just too big to fit anything smaller than a 17. So right now there's 19s on there. One of these days I'm going to downsize the 17s and then do Nitto 555Rs. It's kind of what I'm looking at. I may do a different pattern, but that's kind of a semi-drag radial, and I'll just do that for 3 years. I'll leave the front at 19s and whatever they got on them, Continentals or something. I'll leave that on there. So that's the next step for the cars. Just thought I'd run you by what the MHD was and the steps in the car. Yeah, please like and subscribe on Turtle Talk 23.